And we are going. Cool. So, look at the pearly, look at the stone baby.
Not anymore. She's
hungover.
Okay, now she's hungover.
The comeback is
Good.
really rough from that stuff.
So, last time around, we don't have to do much of a recap because you guys basically just fought a dragon and somehow didn't die. Due to some fantastic, clever actions and some artful juggling of aggro, you guys survived the fight with Grimspyre, the ancient blue dragon.
Did we know that name before now?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
When it died, when you went over it and you pressed F and you went to go loot it, it said the name over the top of the corpse. So,
but you haven't even looted it yet because you guys made. We'll see if the smart or wrong decision to immediately leave the dragon's body and the horde to go and make sure that your army currently fighting the army of kobolds outside is doing well.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up there. You guys, it takes you about 40 to 45 minutes to make your way back through the tunnels and back up to the surface. It takes you a little bit shorter time than it took you getting down here, simply because you're not being particularly stealthy at this point. You're just feeding your way out of the tunnels and back up to the surface. You do pass the chamber that you had seen earlier, where there were kobolds that were bringing gold and gems up out of the mine somewhere. You do pass that chamber. It is currently empty. So some level of alarm you can probably figure out came through the mines that drew all the kobolds back out of here and back up to the surface. When you do cross the thresholds of the mine, what lays before you is a scene that many of you imagined you would see, but it's somehow both better and worse than you could have imagined. To your right and stretching maybe 2 miles, you see the shapeless forms of two armies clashing against each other, but one very clearly overtaking the other. The smaller, more condensed force that seems to be coming from the east is overtaking the larger numbers-wise kobold force. You see winged kobolds falling out of the sky, riddled with arrows. You see your cavalry charging through various points. While it's hard to pick out faces and kind of direct people at this distance, it does appear that your army is winning, and winning, if not handily, with as minimal casualty as possible. You do see behind the main force of the army the medical tents and the medical setups that are maybe 300 yards back from the very end of the army's charge. They seem relatively empty, with minimal casualty heading back there. So all good news there. The bad news is that on your left, to the north, is the village of Hasper itself. This is the first time that many of you are seeing it in the daylight, as you had moved towards the cave when it was still relatively twilight and still relatively dark. And you can see if the forests were still alive, a beautiful kind of like inset village, inset in a number of different small hillocks, kind of set into the foothills of these mountains before you, that is very clearly on fire.
Wow.
Something has either a word came through with these kobolds to light it, or something else is happening inside this village, but you can see at least a few of the huts and a few of the homes are on fire. You see a few winged kobolds over the village that seem to be sparring with something. You can't really tell what, but there is definitely some level of fighting force inside the village itself that is going on. Where would you like to go?
I would like to put my village out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's maybe a half a mile from here to the village itself. So only takes you 4 or 5 minutes to run there in full gear. Full gear. Yes, I said the words I didn't mean to.
Holy shit.
Huh?
I said I'm fit. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you're all incredibly fit.
Half a mile in 5 minutes? No, you could do that. That's easy.
I don't know if I could.
I might take a while.
That's 2 laps around a track.
Yeah, in heavy armor.
Yeah, I was about to
You're
say,
right. You're right. See, I'm like
geared. Yeah.
My legs are so small. Like,
I've got like 3 books and I'm done. Like
there is still snow on the ground, so it does slow you up a little bit.
Okay,
as well.
never mind. That makes more sense.
But Either way, you guys make it to the edge of the village within 4 or 5 minutes. During that run, you can tell that the fire seems to be moving towards you, so it seems to have started towards the north side of the village and is moving southwesterly towards you. And you can see, as you get closer and closer, that a number of the villagers and the people living there, a number of the gnomes, are throwing rocks and snowballs and like pieces of ice at kobolds in the sky, just shouting random nonsense. You see one elderly gnome, kind of holding a bunch of dinner plates. They're just chucking relentlessly into the sky, not even really at anything, just like sort of frisbeeing them up there.
Fuck shit.
So two things are going to happen at once. And much like the attack in the Feywild, I'm going to give you guys a choice. There are about 4 burning buildings to the north that probably need attention in some way. And there are maybe 5 or 6 flying kobolds to the east that do need attending to at some point. The villagers probably could do well, but you can also see them kind of rallying down and kind of swooping down at times, trying to scratch or claw at the villagers. And if you'd like to protect those people, probably should do so. Who would like to go which direction?
I could probably handle all the kobolds myself.
Yeah.
If you-
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
How much time do you think we'd have to like put the buildings out before it's catastrophic?
I mean, it's going to be devastating either way.
It's a village, bro.
But
Well, that's what I mean. Like, can we stop it from spreading, and how much time do we have?
oh, you can certainly stop it from spreading, but like even now, it's still going to be like rough. There's going to be rebuilding. Like you can't save the 4 that are on fire. That's for damn sure. But you could probably stop it you can contain it if you get there and start working.
Says you.
Is there still snow on the ground, like in the village, or is it like
Tamped down, like kind of in like various corners. There's not really like a public works team within the village, and it's still relatively early in the morning, and the snowfall that fell last night. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna go try to put all of the houses out.
okay?
all right, so Marleman's going north.
Can I go with Trev as bird form?
Sure.
Just in case.
All
That's a
right,
good idea, man.
I will go with Marleman.
Okay.
I mean,
Nick?
I'm gonna go to the burning buildings, probably. I don't know.
There's enough force being dealt over there with the kobolds.
Yeah,
I think. I think between the two of them,
I'm gonna do my part to allow.
those 2 people right there is a complete army already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sai, it's up to you, brother. Like if I would say we could probably use your help on the houses.
So I'm gonna take a minute to summon a water elemental.
Do you have any more spell slots? I thought you
have
were out of
one.
spells.
I have 1 spell slot left.
Okay.
Because
Thank
I
you
didn't
for
get to
thinking
do
like
anything
I was.
last game.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
alternatively, I can turn into a water elemental.
Yeah, you can certainly do
There
that
you
as
go.
well, Arnold.
That's actually awesome. Also,
I'm gonna do that too.
Okay.
And I was gonna kind of split what I was doing. I was gonna physically go with them to fight the kobolds and send the elemental to help with the fire out.
Well, in that case, let's have you save a spell slot. Let's have you go with Trev physically, and elemental Aramil can go north.
That's
Yeah.
I still have a 4th level spell. I was going to try and use control water, and I thought maybe I could manipulate the snow and turn it into water.
You could certainly try when you get up there.
Listen, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay.
there you go. These guys.
I'm the man with the water.
Fair
we
enough.
will start with the firefighting team. The 4 of you break off and head north. These streets are relatively narrow. It is a gnomish village. So, Phaedra, your shoulders are a little brushy. It doesn't feel 100% comfortable. You're also not taller than many of the buildings here, but closer than you want it to be. Like, you can see into gutters.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And-
I'm a tall lady.
Yeah, but you guys are able to follow the smoke, follow the screaming, and make your way to where the buildings are. Once you get there, you can see that there are... Nix, you can immediately identify what these buildings are. It's through residences of individuals you know in the village, and the building that used to be the smithy, or the where you actually did a lot of your training.
Can I just hold you for 1 sec?
Sure.
You said that we are like walking in.
Yeah.
Are we passing buildings that are on fire?
No.
Okay. Sorry, because I was like, I would be putting that out and that one out and that one out.
No.
Like,
It seems like these 4 buildings caught and are slowly it is slowly building this way out.
Okay. Cool.
As you're like crossing into where these buildings are, all of the homes for the most part are relatively kind of stacked together.
I want it to be known that I'm using Shape of Water to roll up a giant. Like I'm basically
fucking Nunu snowball.
Yes, I am pulling all of the water from the snow out of the ground.
Okay.
And that's a little bit more than what I think Shape of Water can do. And I call it Shape of Water because I'm an asshole.
And
shit. Apparently.
Hey, that was great.
But I don't know exactly like if you think that I need to roll for this because this is definitely like a little more than what I think it should do.
No, that's totally fine. Like, you're giving enough time and giving enough like focus.
Yeah, like I'm straight up doing my best to bring a giant mass, as big of a mass as I can, rolling through into the center of the town where the fire is spreading outward.
Yeah, and you are able to do that for sure.
Cool.
As you cross kind of the threshold to where these 4 buildings are, and Nix, you identify them for what they are. If you'd like to, you can tell everybody. If not, it doesn't really matter that much. One thing you do notice is a team of smaller gnomes out on the street with buckets, just shucking snow at these buildings. There's one older female gnome who seems to be giving some level of commands to people around as they're trying to contain these fires. But now that you're closer and you can kind of see through some of the snow and some of the smoke, you notice that these fires don't seem to be dying down as quickly as they should be to the amount of water that is being hit by them. They seem to be magical in some way.
All right.
Marleman, as you cross the corner and because of who you are, just sort of huck this giant ball of water at the first building you see, the one closest to. Oh,
not at all. What I had. I was straight up going to fucking water bend that shit and fucking because shape water makes you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. I'm turning it into ice water, and I am straight up just taking that entire thing as a giant, extremely giant. I'm imagining like a 4x4 bucket of water, like just onto this tiny house.
And
remember TVC.
As it hits, you can actually hear some of the like wood and timber inside begin to creak as the weight of the water itself just like. And the fire definitely dies down. It definitely gets smaller, but it doesn't go out as much as it should.
Is there anyone inside?
Who are you asking?
Whoever's there.
There are there's like 6 or 7 people using the buckets, and the one older female gnome who is giving orders. You can ask any of them.
Sure, I'll ask. Is there anyone trapped inside?
Okay. One of them turns around and goes, "Aye, 3 kids in that one," and they point at the house that Marleman actually already threw the water on.
Oh God.
I'll Okay.
I think the damage to the house would be far more if I had made that. If you had assumed it was a snowball.
It's all the same weight at a certain point.
I assume I can't actually get into this building.
Yeah. I mean, there's a doorway. Like you can.
I have a question. As a water elemental, I am able to grapple targets in combat. Can I use my water elemental form to go in there, grab these children, and come out?
You can certainly try.
I would like to try that.
Okay. Without even like breaking stride, this like pulsating, wiggly, like humanoid thing of water crashes through the doorway of this small house. Because you are still a little bit too big to fit through the door, so you do lose a bit of yourself as you go in.
All right.
And as you go in, you can see 3 kids who are just huddled in a corner. It's a one-room kind of hut. They very clearly the fire had just caught the door too fast for them to get out. who are just sort of huddled. It's an older girl and 2 younger kids who are just sort of looking at you, and now look horribly terrified because they just went from like, oh, gotta burn to death, oh god, water monster.
It's been a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, just like, a lot is happening all at once.
All right.
They just scream and run in your direction for the door, which is, I suppose, good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just let them pass, or do you try and grab them?
I'm not there,
trying
but
to see how much I can split my attention. So the other thing is, water elemental can occupy the space of other things.
Correct.
I'm thinking maybe I can just like
Move them?
occupy their space so that they don't light on fire on the way out.
Okay.
Be careful if
Yeah, wait. What does that mean? Occupy.
if you are like in combat, if you're doing that, you can suffocate something. So be careful.
You can drown them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do
but
you
you can
occupy their space. Like,
make a wisdom check, RML,
Oh boy.
just to know how well you do with this.
turn
As
into a rushing
elemental
wave
or
and push them
as-
out. Just
As an water elemental, you use your own intelligence, charisma, and wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom. 28.
Okay, you do fantastic. You know exactly how much to like envelop these kids as they try and run past you. They're small anyway. Like you could fit them all into your torso basically, and are able to like control yourself just enough that like they're occasionally bobbing up for air and like going back in and just sort of they're not. If they weren't horribly panicking, they'd be on like a gentle wave side to side.
Like one of those lazy rivers, like
Yeah, basically. But because they're horribly panicking, they're like slashing about and like freaking out. But you're able to get them out the door and then deposit them safely in the snow outside without being burned.
I will take a look at them to see if they have any injuries.
Minor cuts and bruises. They're coughing and it sounds like they're wheezing a bit, so probably some hot air to the lungs, but they'll probably be okay.
Okay.
There are still the other 3 buildings that are still currently burning.
Are there anything else trapped inside any of the other buildings?
The person who had turned to look at you shakes their head that either no or they don't know.
Okay.
that fire's still not going out, huh?
So the fire on the 4th building is died down for sure. It's not raging, but you can still, it's still embering. It's still kind of smoking. It might be safer to knock the building down completely, but you can cross that bridge if you'd like to.
Okay.
Do you have Dispel Magic, Marleman?
I do not. I don't think I have the spell. I might have a... No, I don't.
Okay.
I actually might have that spell.
I'll just banish the entire house.
stop.
You can't banish an item.
You can't banish a building.
Can I do water elemental things to the other houses and see if
Yeah.
it helps?
Yeah, you can start picking up snow and kind of feeding that into a spray of water onto another one of the houses. You basically turn yourself into an elemental fire hose.
Very good.
I like that.
Yeah.
The fire is definitely dying down. It seems like water that is coming from some level of magical source is doing better than just natural thrown water. But it still takes you a good minute and a half of constant stream of water on various parts of this building to get it to like die down to a similar level to the first one.
Is there anybody coming out of it?
I will also assist with control water as well.
Okay.
I think that's basically what the 3 of us are doing. Is
Yeah.
we're hucking water.
Yeah. On the 2nd building, no one comes out. There's no screaming from inside. The 3rd house that you move to also seems to have no one in it at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Nix, you actually this house in particular, you do recognize it is not your family's house, but it is it's the house next door to the smithy you did a lot of work in, so you're just familiar with the family who lived there. That family does not seem to be here right now. It's a bridge you can cross whenever you'd like to. But the smithy itself, because it is both the biggest and the widest of the buildings here, takes some effort and some time. It is doable, and it takes a lot of time. but between you guys and the gnome brigade to kind of help kind of usher things down, you get the fire down to a reasonable level at first before you notice that it is beginning to crawl back towards the 2 buildings that are flanking it that you've already put out.
Okay. Can I like ask where the fire came from?
Sure.
Not yet.
You, by the way, once things have died down a little bit, you have a moment to catch breath. You do recognize the older female gnome who is giving orders. It's your cousin Bat, who is just sort of helping gesture things along. She kind of turns around and she goes, "Nix!" Followed by, "Oh, we can't focus on this right now."
Yeah. What started these fires?
Those damn flying kobolds! They came in and they had these jars of, honestly, they looked like dancing lights that they dumped on the buildings and they all lit up!
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Does any of us know anything about that? Can we roll to know?
Armel, make an Marleman and Aramil, make an Arcana check for 2 different reasons.
Would I remember if Trev has Dispel Magic or Psi? I can't remember.
Trev certainly has Dispel Magic.
All right,
It's innate within him now.
I want to go find him and see if...
I have a feeling
Okay.
that a couple of things are happening concurrently, so I don't
Correct.
know how available I will be.
Yeah,
we'll pick up on that in a second. But that might not matter because depending on how these rolls go...
I got 16.
Okay.
I got a 22.
Okay, Marleman. We'll start with Aramil because you got less. This sounds familiar, but you can't place what it might be. The idea of like dancing lights of fire does like spark something in your brain, but you can't. The 2 to 2 doesn't go. Marleman, you are able to kind of piece it together. That sounds like pygmy fire spirits, basically baby elementals that can be captured and used to kind of wreak havoc. So probably somewhere within this smithy is a bunch of fire spirits that are just kicking out fire.
Cool. Hold the phone.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
Can you like banish fire spirits to the fire plane or something to just
Yeah.
live out their days?
Send
Yeah,
them home, basically.
yeah, that makes sense.
Marleman's like, I found a thing I can banish. Let's go.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You get banished, and you.
Do I
It's
know?
basically-
Can they be charmed?
Yes,
Wonderful.
they are intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going awesome.
Wait, oh no.
Wonderful.
Oh no.
Huh. Okay, so I can do this to 3 of them.
Can I? He has to go in the building, I assume, for this.
Probably yes.
I'm
Yeah,
going to-
can somebody help me investigate
gonna say, what if-
what's the number of people that I need to deal with?
I don't know if you'll know that until you go in.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like let's
But for going in, since Armil has shown us that he can water armor by occupying space.
Oh hell yeah.
I'll drown the shit out of you, Marleman.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yes.
we know that never goes wrong.
Okay,
Nothing ever happens poorly there.
Good things can
head
only come
out.
with those. He's going to
Yeah,
save
I'll try
people and maybe see his dad. It's great. Let's
Oh
go.
my god, this is gonna be awful.
I would
It's gonna-
absolutely love to try that and frame it as Aramil giving Marleman a hug so that he doesn't die.
Make a wisdom
I love
check.
this.
See how well you do. Arnold, make a wisdom check. And
Wisdom.
Marleman, make a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking goddamn it.
I love it.
Great!
Fucking
I see this as
Gundam
an
armor.
I see this as an absolute win.
Wonderful.
I got 21.
Cool. What'd you get, Marlon?
I didn't. I got a 7.
All right, we'll deal with that 7 in a second. Because
I got
the
a
important
dirty 7.
The important part is that Aramil, using the things you just learned with getting those kids out of that house, you're able to basically hug around Marleman. Marleman, you just watch your vision go opaque for a second, and then you're looking through a water elemental, which is a wild concept. I just imagine, like, basically Bubble Buddy from SpongeBob
Totally.
has just enveloped you.
Just
Yep.
I'm the new bubble boy.
You holding your breath for the most part, just so you don't inhale a lot of smoke and pass out, does mean that you have to stay within the water elemental for the most part, at least to get in. That's where this 7 is going to come into play in a second. So, Armel, you crash through the doorway of this smithy and bring Marleman in with you and begin to continue to, kind of spurt water at various fires you can see around. As you do so, you notice that on your way through the doorframe, Marleman's head seems to have just clipped the doorframe just a little bit. And he's not unconscious. He is a little woozy. And because of that, he took a big breath of water and is currently in the middle of you, gasping for air.
Oh, man. I'd probably just turn around and drop him outside.
What?
Okay. Drop through.
What?
Marleman, you're ejected out of the water elemental, spitting water on the ground, back in the snow.
He bonks his head and takes in a bunch of water. He's gonna die if I don't.
Am I Jazzy Jeff and this is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Did you just eject me from the house?
Essentially, yes. And you're laying in the snow, coughing up water, breathing in as much air as possible. You can try this again if you want to.
Well, am I the only one in there?
I mean, you're not inside, you're outside again.
Or no, I mean, was I the only one going in?
Yes.
Other than Aramel?
Yeah.
Is Aramel still in there?
Just releasing you inside the house you already had entered.
He's on fire. The house is on fire, though.
I see Aramel's logic.
I see his logic.
The man needs to take deep breaths of air. A room full of smoke is probably not going to put him.
No, bro, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, try this again, both of you.
I'm gonna instead yell with half of a lung full of water to Aramel. How many are in there?
Yeah, did I see how many?
Look, in your brief time inside, make a perception check.
Okay.
You have a pretty high passive perception, so I'm going to let you give it a shot.
Actually, didn't roll that good, though.
Bro didn't see shit.
15.
Lot of fire, lot of smoke. You did see some fire in the back left corner of the building that seemed to be more condensed, and if you had if this actually makes sense, joyful. But you couldn't get it. You couldn't get an exact number. You now know where they are, but you don't know how many there are.
All right, I'm gonna instead just walk in, but slowly.
Okay.
And try to, even though it's probably loud as fuck, I'm trying to not alert anything in there.
Make a dex check just to make sure that you can arc your way through this small doorway without getting burned.
Yo, man, I am fucking up all day. Where is my stealth score? That's an 8.
Oh, not stealth, just raw dex mod.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's an 8.
Okay. You take 1 point of fire damage as your shoulder kind of clips the doorway on the way in, and you quickly put it out.
Okay.
But that's it. Looking inside now, you can see a lot of smoke. This building is still very much on fire. And looking in the back corner where Armel kind of told you that he saw something, it looks like maybe 5 of these round glowing balls with kind of flamey legs and flamey arms that just seem to be dancing almost in a circle, holding hands, kind of ring around the rosieing with each other.
Okay.
You can hear tiny squeaks of laughter and joy as these things are just really excited to be lighting things on fire.
It's that scene from Halloween Castle. That's all you need.
Exactly.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, it's a bummer because I'm realizing that this is just concentration, so I really can only do it for 1.
I mean, maybe you can convince one to stop. Who knows?
Yeah, I've got a couple of options here. Let me just look up what this does. So the idea is, well, at least for... Is there a battle going on around the town? Are there people fighting around the town?
By this point, you've definitely heard the sounds of clashing metal in combat coming from an area you can't see.
Okay, cool. Can I...
What you got for me?
I'm going to cast Friends on myself.
Okay.
Which is a concentration up to a minute.
Yep.
We're going to try this first.
Yep.
For the duration, I have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards me.
Correct.
This one seems like it's pretty pissed at the house. Not me.
No.
So,
honestly, it's not even hostile at the house. It just likes fire.
Okay, cool. Nonetheless, I'm going to try this on one of them.
Okay. You kind of walk up to them, and they all are still, like, ring around the rosy.
Is there one that seems like he's in charge?
No. They all seem about the same size.
Okay. I'm looking at, like, the most timid-looking one.
Okay.
Which is obviously none of them. And I'm going to kind of make a suggestion to them that there's other more fun things to burn that are outside.
Roll a persuasion check.
And by other burning things that you could burn, I mean kobolds.
Roll a persuasion.
Thank Christ, that's a natural 20.
Hey! So one of them, the one that you cast the spell on, kind of turns around, Lucy, and goes, "Hello, mister. What do you have for us today? Can we burn?
Jesus Christ.
Big furry kobolds outside.
You mean scaly? Kobolds don't have fur, you idiot.
Scaly, sorry.
Oh, do you have something that you can carry us there in?
Damn, this would have been the coolest use of the portable hole I could have imagined.
I don't know how to handle that. Carry you? Yeah, can you follow me?
Sure. And they start to, like, dancing conga line behind you out of the house. Melting snow as they come. The rest of you outside, make another dex check, by the way, Marlon, as you try and get out the doorway.
What a scene.
Whew! That's a 22.
Okay, you are able to definitely avoid the doorway this time, still nursing your burnt shoulder. The rest of you see Marleman kind of, like, confused at everything he just himself did.
It's Pikmin, everyone. It's Pikmin.
Mm-hmm. It is Pikmin. Come dancing out of the house.
Trust me.
With these 5 pygmy fire spirits behind it, conga lining behind him, except Nyx, you don't see anything. You just see Marleman very confused with nothing behind him.
Wait, can we see it?
Yeah, the rest of you see everything just fine. Just Nyx, you can't see anything.
Why can't I see anything?
I don't know, you just can't see it.
I don't know. You can't see him.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is the fire going out? Like, is there
the fire is definitely dying down. Marleman,
you also definitely see little tiny spots on the snow that are melting.
You see footprints in the snow that are slowly melting, and you see the snow around it.
And they're following me.
Yep, just like a line behind Marleman, but you don't see anything causing them at all.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I noticed that that's strange if no one else is saying anything about
Yeah, I was about to say, do the rest of you who can see anything, saying anything about the fire spirits now conga line behind your party member?
I would like to join in on the conga line and follow.
Okay.
At a safe distance.
Okay, fair enough. I was about to say, this water elemental now moves through a bunch of fire spirits.
It's okay, Aramil. I'm going to need your help with this next bit.
Armel says conga line safely.
Yes.
Yeah.
How far away are people fighting?
Conga line.
Yeah.
It sounds like the fighting is coming from wherever Trev and Sai ran off to.
I had to move inside because it was extremely warm, despite being only 9 in the morning.
Yeah. California.
Well, it's been cloudy the last couple days, but anyway.
Okay.
Was there anyone in the smithy?
Nope, just the fire spirits.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to tell her what you said, that everyone apparently can see the fire spirits but me. But
no, I was there for that.
Huh?
I was there for that.
Okay.
And as they're going, you can see them looking kind of lustily at the buildings around them that haven't been burned. It might not be safe to just sort of let them follow.
Do we have anything that I could put them in?
I mean, you're resistant to fire damage. You could probably carry them.
The idea here for me was to bring them as hand grenades.
I'll pick them up so they don't set shit on fire.
Okay.
I don't know that they're there. Did you say that plan out loud?
Yes, I did.
I'll just go over there.
Number one, I don't know what you're planning to use as hand grenades, but if you're planning to lob fire up in the air above my town, I would ask that you don't.
No, I wasn't. No, I was going to try to leave the area of the town. I want to go. I want to go closer. I want to go closer to the.
Air. The kobolds in the army.
But we're taking care of the kobolds in the air.
No, that's what.
That's
what we're doing.
My understanding on this whole combat scenario is that there are the ones where there are the flying kobolds that are attacking.
There were 6 of them that were flying over the town that Trev and Sai broke off to go deal with, and then there's an army of kobolds.
And then there's an army of them that seem to be swallowing up something.
No, opposite. Your army is beating the kobolds.
Oh, I misunderstood that. Okay. Let's
allow me to take this opportunity to say that neither of those fights should be anything other than completely trivial or already.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I misunderstood that. I thought that they were losing the war.
No. Y'all did well in your training of them.
I'll pick them up then, just so that way they're.
Nix, you watch Phaedra go and pick something up that is not there.
I would rather not have them burning shit.
They're just like carrying these like things. It looks like
talking about.
There's pygmy fire elementals.
This guy. This little ball of fire.
Nothing there. Morgan, would you like to read out? Morgan, would you like to read out your thing now?
Oh God, I forget what it actually says. But it basically says that the target of my magic thing that happened last episode will no longer be able to see summoned creatures.
She wouldn't have. So she wouldn't have seen the elemental if I had summoned it.
Yep,
correct.
Yes, but instead, Armel transformed into it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. I no joke messaged Gary right when Sai was like, "I'm going to transform a water elemental and send him over there." And I was like, I sent a message to him in all caps. It's happening.
Okay. So does Marleman know that he's done this to me?
Marleman, make a whatever your spellcasting mod.
To explain it.
Listen, my first 3 rolls of the day were awful. My last 3 rolls have been really great. So I rolled a 17. Do you have a number you want me to add to that?
Whatever your spellcasting mod is. I think it's charisma. So.
Oh, it's charisma, and it's high. That's a 27.
How do you have a plus 12 to your charisma mod? How is that possible?
No, plus 10.
No, it's a plus
Even
10, bro.
That would mean that you have
your charisma
charisma.
mod. Yeah, your mod.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the saving. I'm sorry. It's a plus 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
what
My bad.
No, you're good.
So you're
22. You know you did something to Nyx, and you weren't 100% sure what you did,
but
pieces are starting to fall into place.
Slowly. She's basically just like looking at Phaedra like, what are you doing? And I'm like standing like not adjacent to them, but like close enough away, and I kind of just slowly just go. My bad. I'm sorry. We'll fix this. I promise. But
okay.
It seemed worth it at the time, and I think it was. Now that I think about it.
I don't remember what the wild magic surge was on.
It was an attack roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was something I did that I felt proud of, but
you used
also,
bend luck or
yeah, that was it. Yeah,
yeah.
I gave somebody an extra die, which saved something for them or something. Which was you. I helped you with something.
Which must have been me. Yeah.
Meanwhile, so yes, Phaedra, these pygmy fire elementals, since you pick them up, you don't feel any pain to them. Your resistance to fire damage is enough to make you be able to comfortably hold these things. But they are very excited to have a thing that's holding them that they are not able to burn. It's very odd to them, so they are trying really hard.
Burn me?
Oh yeah, they're trying very hard.
Oh, that's so cute. You're so cute.
Burn!
I kind of love them.
I understand that I'm a water elemental, but I feel like we gotta take care of these guys.
Okay.
You can't talk. All you hear is
blah, 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 blah.
like take care of or take care of.
Yes.
You can't put 5 pygmy fire elementals in the same Pokeball you put a Kobold. That would be very bad for a lot of things.
Can I ask a serious question here?
Sure.
Would it be possible? This is me looking over to Aramel, who is still a water elemental. Who I don't know how his like stuff kind of works, so I don't know if this is even possible or what. But like, couldn't he just, as a water elemental, burn his transformation slot and just smother him?
I mean, it would probably hurt him to do so, but he could certainly.
Well, yes, that's what I mean. He could. It would probably kill the water elemental, but he wouldn't take any damage as a human or as his elf.
I mean, he does take damage if it goes over.
Okay.
Could potentially do that, but a water elemental.
Just curious. I don't know what a water elemental has for health. I was curious. Yeah. I'm trying to come up with an interesting way to do this.
Let's put it this way: it would probably work. The consequences of it, you're not sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I was just curious. Yeah. Granted, I imagine the same answer came out of Aramel's mouth, except I didn't understand a word it was. It was just blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Right, like, I wish I could talk, and I really don't want to just smack the shit out of Phaedra with, like, a water hand.
Yeah.
Is Timmy stuck in a well?
Can these little pygmy fire, are they speaking common, or are they speaking primordial?
No, they're speaking common.
Can we, like...
They're intelligent, just like little creatures.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, quick question.
I want to ask them where they came from.
If they're talking, they're not... Invisibility is not the same as not hearing.
I could hear them if they...
Yeah, you could have... I guess you could have heard
worse.
Them. Yeah, I guess you could have heard them.
Random voices of an unknown source shouting about burning things.
Probably
like, that's not okay.
Put it together.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, now that I know there's something invisible there, I can probably figure out, that's like the background noise I'm hearing is.
Yep. The like weird la-la-las and screeching of burning.
Oh, so that's where that screaming's been coming
right
from.
Now. I wouldn't have been like, why am I hearing invisible things?
A lot of shouting anyway. Yes, Phaedra, we'd like to talk to them.
I would like to talk to them and ask them where they came from.
Well, we used to live in a jar. The jar we couldn't burn. It was very sad. But then some flying kobolds decided to drop us on those buildings, and we could burn those.
Where were you before the jar?
We were still in a jar.
We've always been in a jar?
For a long time.
Does anyone have a jar?
Not a magical one.
I don't know if it needs to be. Maybe they can't burn glass.
I think
but it would heat glass up.
I think something summoned us, put us in a jar, and that's where we stayed forever and ever and ever.
You guys are creepy as balls.
Yes, Phaedra. Yes, Phaedra.
Craig's gone from I love this to I hate this very quickly.
Because I'm kind of seeing like Brian as a water elemental kind of swishing over a little. Can you banish these guys in the fire plane?
Yeah, but they'll come back the moment.
No, they won't if they're naturally from the fire plane.
That is correct. If you banish something to its original plane of existence, it will stay there.
Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's part of the spell.
Oh,
you do that?
Man. I would have been doing that years ago.
You want to go home?
We don't know what home is besides a jar.
Well,
you're gonna love it. It's just fire, and I banish it.
Bye.
Can you banish all 4 of them?
One creature.
Oh.
Okay, one of the.
Oh wait!
How many
no! Hold on! Wait!
Can you expand the targets on this thing?
Yes.
Woo!
One of you gets home. The others.
Yeah. One of them goes home. The other 4. Ooh!
Oh, God, how many are there?
4.
5.
I can't do this for all of them, Phaedra.
I mean,
I don't have the spell slots. I just don't.
How many sorcery points do you have?
Do I? I don't have.
Not enough. I burned a lot of them this game.
I don't have banishment today, but I could get it tomorrow. But again, still on fire.
I mean, you could probably safely put them in like a portable hole or something like that, and as long as there's nothing else in there that they could burn on fire, they'll probably be fine.
Do they need to breathe?
No, they're fire.
Okay, then yes, that would be an option.
Okay. So
I also cannot suggest that because I'm currently in combat, I believe.
Okay.
So if
I am the person who has that.
If you guys promise to not burn any of the buildings or people, we'll bring you guys to a really awesome place where you can burn as much stuff as you want.
Yeah, more burning. Okay.
But you gotta not burn anything else until we let you get there, okay?
We promise. And they all just sort of like sit down in your hands.
Awesome pets.
And I look at my caramel and I'm like, don't.
I'm just like really close to them, like staring at them as a water elemental.
No.
Like, oh.
Can we boil the water?
No.
Okay.
That sounds terrible.
So, are any of the buildings still on fire now that we have?
The smithy is slowly going out. It's due to the efforts of the Gnome Brigade. So a little, but not a ton.
Okay, can we like finish?
Yeah,
When he goes out.
Yeah.
I'll do the water elemental thing to put him out, and then I'll turn back into an elf.
Sure thing. You can turn back to an elf, and the pygmy spirits look a little sad about such that they no longer get to boil a giant thing of water.
I still want to just be staring at them, though.
As you guys are wrapping up with these buildings, you do receive a notification through your earring, or not your earring, through your bug bite, basically, from Titania. It's the first time you've heard from her in a while. As she goes, guys, I don't want to worry you, but your friends are in trouble. You need to move.
Okay.
And I would assume you four start running for your two party members. Who?
Yep.
Yeah.
Trev and Sai. It takes you guys approximately 30 seconds to slash these 6 flying kobolds out of the sky. You basically arrive on the scene, immediately identify what the problems are, and between the two of you, Omni slash the shit out of these 6 flying kobolds to the point that they are ribbons in the dirt. The gnome villagers that were there kind of trying to like hold them off. You could see a few of them are injured, not heavily, just from some swooping attacks from the kobolds previously, but are incredibly appreciative. One offers you tea immediately, not really kind of taking care of the situation, more just like, ooh, guests, tea. And you guys are preparing to head north to go help your teammates at the flaming buildings. When Trev, you get a very familiar prickling sensation on the back of your hand.
Oh boy. Do I look around? Like, do I see anybody?
Roll a perception check.
Do I detect magic anybody? Like all the classic stuff? I forget what my perception is because I always forget.
And Sai, you do see Trev like basically stiffen up like a board, like
18.
Okay.
Well,
very clearly, suddenly on edge.
Does my sword sense anything?
Yes, it does. As soon as you lay a hand on the hilt, you immediately there's something wrong here. Trev, looking around very quickly and trying to see, you catch down one of the alleys heading to the east, the faintest flash of a black cloak heading down an alleyway.
They're here. And we need to. I want to go kill this guy right now, but I think that if we don't have everybody here, it's going to be a disaster. So we need to like find them. We got to gather the troops and go after him.
Yeah, if we could, like, we have the ability to communicate through these things, right?
How far away was that black cloak?
Maybe 50 feet. The alley, the turn down to the alley.
Would I be able to quickly try to, before they get too far away? Let's see. Will this work? I think this will work. I kind of want to cast. Yeah, I want to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
On it, on the escaping figure, just so it's easier to keep track of them.
Is there a thing with Fairy Fire? I forget.
No. Well, wait. Yeah, if they need to dex save against it.
Okay, they don't know what's coming, so they are going to have disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's 2 16s.
That's almost certainly enough.
Hang on, let me pull up the. Oh, dex is not one of the things. So yeah, it's just 16.
I don't even know what the fuck my mod is, or my
CC is.
Definitely more than 16.
Hey, it's not 16.
I'm not a caster.
Yeah.
So it's actually not very hard to save against my stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it unfortunately doesn't latch.
That's fine. whatever.
Sai, as you go to communicate through your stuff, the hornet, as you put your finger to the back of your ear, you feel a familiar buzzing sensation of something jamming the ability to communicate through them right now.
No bueno. Okay.
All right. Well, then.
I'll relate that to Trav and be like,
yeah,
we're on our own, dude.
All right. Well, let's go kill him then, shall we? And
all right. The two of you start running. The figure kind of takes you through a number of different alleys, kind of darting back and forth. Trev, you keep eyes just locked on them at all times. They don't seem particularly fast, but still moving. At one point, as they duck down an alley and try and kind of break for an open field, their shoulder kind of catches a corner and takes a chunk out of the corner itself. So you can definitely tell that this person is wearing heavy armor of some kind. They are suddenly they get out of the area of Hasper itself and are crossing an open field, kind of parallel to where the battle is. If you look directly south, you could probably see the battlefield and where the fight is happening. And this figure is maybe 75 feet ahead of you, just running across open snow.
Okay. So is it like a straight enough line that like we can draw a line of sight to?
Oh, easily. Like they are just like, this used to be a forest, but the trees have all been burned down for the most part or uprooted. So it is just like open land in front of you. This person is running for the horizon.
As we've been running, I would like to drink a healing potion, by the way.
Okay. You do so.
Yeah.
How far away? Sorry, how far away are they?
Probably about 75 feet.
Okay. Can I use Eldritch Blast to try to like take the legs out from under someone?
Certainly. Roll the hit.
Okay. I think it's plus. Hey, let me just check my attack modifier. I think it's 10 without the bonuses. Yeah, it's 10. All right. So I fired 3 of them because that's what I do.
Yep.
That's going to be a non-natural 20, 18, and a 29.
The third one hits.
Okay, you
The 20 didn't hit.
The 20 did not hit.
You guys got to see this. Hang on.
All right. That's worrying.
Hang on.
It will take
No.
7 points of damage.
That's a good spot, Wiz.
Oh, Wispy.
Aw.
So excuse me, I have to go get him down.
Says,
Yes, go get him down.
Says, look, Mom, I'm on TV.
How many points of damage?
7.
It is certainly enough to get the figure to stumble a bit and kind of turn. As the figure turns, the cloak itself in the front opens, and you can see a set of black plate armor and a figure holding a heavy warhammer and a familiar female black dragonborn face as Corin Dawnhammer turns to look at both of you.
Shit.
She turns and looks at you and is actually somewhat surprised to see you both standing there. As she kind of shouts, "You're not supposed to be here."
You're supposed to be dead or in prison.
Well, it was really supposed to be prison. They never
Where
really
am
had
I?
any.
Where am I supposed
That's because
to be?
I didn't have a say.
That's neither here nor there. You shouldn't be here.
I didn't know you were in league with ancient dragons. Blue dragons, no less.
She spits into the snow. That vain bastard wouldn't even give us the time of day.
Same with us. Shame for
At
us.
least he had some taste.
So anyway.
Regardless, I would like to be leave of here.
Well,
Why don't you come back with us and we'll talk about it?
She sort of shrugs.
I've drawn my weapon at this point. Are you kidding?
Yeah, she kind of
Jesus Christ.
She kind of shrugs and draws her hammer and says, "Well, if it very must, at least Trev, roll a perception check."
Who is this? I missed this, obviously.
It's the Corin Dawnhammer, the Black Dragonborn Paladin, former Paladin.
I know I have an echo because I don't have my headphones on. Can you let me know when?
Yeah,
let us
I will.
know when
I will
we see
certainly
them?
let you know. Yeah,
Thank you.
Trev, what'd you get?
23.
You are able to, as Corin is taking a step towards you, grab Sai by the shoulder without even thinking and drive him down into the snow as two blades swing over both of your heads as two hooded drow step out from the shadows behind you.
Oh, it's a party.
And she says, "Well, you, Trevathan, if you're allowed to have friends, so am I. Roll for initiative."
Son of a bitch.
Well, okay.
That's good for me. 14.
That's too much. That's too much, man.
Okay. 13 for you, Sai, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Trev, what'd you get?
18.
We didn't heal up at all. We didn't take any sort of rest.
Trev took a
What are you
potion.
talking about?
Yeah. Trev was ready for this.
No, yeah, sure, a potion. That's...
Yeah, my potion
Although
was sick.
I do have the
Potions
one
are
that
good.
I wasn't able to take last time. Would I have been able to take that?
I mean, you would have had to told me you were going to do it before
That's
this.
fair. That's fair. All right.
Trev, you are first in the order.
Cool.
There is Corin about 75 feet ahead of you across a field, and two drow with very disgusting-looking swords standing behind you.
I'm unloading on one of the ones that swung at me. Or I guess
Cool.
the one that swung at me.
Sounds good. Do as you do.
The two attacks are 27 and 29.
They both hit.
Cool. Let's show these guys exactly what they're dealing with, shall we? These guys are there. These guys. That would be this boy for the first slash is taking 30 slashing damage and 14 radiant damage.
Woo! Woo! So that's 44.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Trev is very good at murder.
I am very angry at him.
He's very angry.
You're also very good at murder.
And the second one is going to be 28 more slashing damage and 12 more radiant damage.
Okay.
40.
It's just another 40. Solid.
Yep.
Cool. That drow is still standing, but looks like they hurt.
Cool.
Corin across the field from you guys is going to stow her hammer and continue to run. You can also see her pull from her pocket now that she's far enough away from the village what looks like an amulet of some kind, and you can see a faint light begin to glow off it, but nothing happens at this moment. Sai.
Before that, when she's doing that,
Mhm.
would we get the sense that she's using a spell?
More activating a spell via an item.
Okay.
It's not an instant cast.
So something like counterspell wouldn't be able to stop it.
Get us to her.
In theory, it could, yeah.
If you can get us to her, do it.
She is about what is your speed? She is 105 feet away.
Oh, you're fucking out of spells, though, aren't you?
I have one.
He has exactly one.
Oh boy.
If it takes time to activate, it would be better if we were near her or beyond her.
I mean, this is what happens.
Oh no, she had to use an action to activate that spell. So yes, she could not dash.
I grab Trev kind of from the sitting down position, and we dimension door.
Okay.
Dim's a bonus action spell, right?
Is it?
I didn't think so.
Oh, I was going to say, like, you could, if so, you could disengage before you do it, so they can't even try to swing at you if they want to.
I mean, with Dim door, I don't think they can.
Yeah, Dim door, they can't reaction to swing.
Even better. So yeah, let's go.
But he does have to use his action to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is an action. So I mean, it is what it is. I'll use my last spell to dimension door us right in front of Dawnhammer.
Okay.
And just completely block her way.
Okay. I mean, it seems like she was running just to put distance, not to like.
Yeah. Right, but like, we'll put the drow on the other side of her from us, like as far away from where we can get.
That is correct.
Yeah,
you do certainly do that.
Right. I don't think I have anything that I can use for a bonus action because I can't use my hex again.
Okay.
So that
it is now the drow's turn. One of them, the one that you just fuck the shit out of, like, let's be real here, you just fuck that thing up.
You started.
Is going to grab the arm of the other one, and if you were closer, you probably could have heard them say something in Undercommon, but they are a distance away now. And you guys see a familiar pop as they then appear behind you, as the drow also casted Dim door.
Fun.
The second one, the one that is okay, is going to put a hand out towards you, Trev. You see arcane energy begin to arc through their eyes, and I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
There is very little that requires a charisma saving throw that works on me.
It is not charm. It is not anything like that.
All right, well, it probably won't matter because that's pretty good. Well, it's a flat 18.
Oh, yeah. You save against the banishment.
Yeah.
And that's what they do this turn. Trev, you're back up.
Let's see. I'm going to be attacking two different targets.
Okay.
I'm going to attack the drow that I already attacked once.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 26 to hit.
That certainly will hit.
All right, let's just get that resolved first, just so I can see what my next attack is. The hope is that he will not live through this one. Oh, that's looking promising. Those 27 slashing, 16 radiant, so a total of 43.
It is very barely still alive.
Nah, fuck it. I'll just finish it off.
Okay. As long as you hit, don't even roll damage.
Yeah, it's a 31.
It's super dead.
All right, cool.
It had 16 points of damage of health left. Any other person, I would make them roll damage. You're not going to worry about it.
Yeah. Given that I can reroll ones and twos, it's really difficult to not do 16 damage on 7 dice.
Exactly. So that drow is fucked. It is now Corin's turn.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Who you can tell already that the light within her hand is beginning to grow stronger. It's probably, unless you stop whatever magic she's about to use, it will probably go off next turn, not this one, which is an important thing to know. Yes. But because she doesn't have to use her action to activate it, she is going to take a swing at you, Trev, with her Warhammer.
Cool. I'm going to go into a strength contest with her.
Sounds good.
Let's do this.
You can most certainly do that.
Yeah. I mean,
woo! Iron Man competitions.
Woo! I'll take that.
That is a 22 from her.
25.
God damn. Yep.
Get fucked.
She cannot hit you this turn.
And I
you get to swing back.
And that swing is a 30 to hit.
That will certainly hit.
You know, they aren't all winners. 25 slashing and 10 radiant.
Woo-wee! And for the purposes of this, it's all 1 damage, so she does have to make a con save. That is, you said it's 35 total. I did the math already. Brings her down to that. Okay. Constitution saving throw to make sure she can keep her concentration. She needs to make at least a 17, right?
Yeah, that seems bad.
Yeah, she rolled a 20.
Yeah.
So yes, she is still concentrating on her spell.
That seems good.
Sai. When you do that, I forget. Is it she loses all of her attack action, or?
I don't remember. Let me look and see if it's even written down. It just says will give me an attack instead. So I think they can just do it, or they can attack.
Okay, yeah, so they can swing again. Yeah, and she is in fact going to swing again.
Weird.
That's a not great. A 19 to hit.
Actually, that'll do it. And
okay.
My AC is not that amazing.
That lack of dex gonna get you every time. It's kind of shitty, actually. 20 points of slashing damage.
With a hammer?
Oh, sorry. Read the wrong one. Hang on, gotta reroll those. My bad. That was the wrong die. That was the wrong everything.
I have a feeling I should have let this rock, but...
whoa, yeah. You should have let that rock.
Boo.
Math is hard. Hang on. Go easy. 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whatever.
That still could be worse. And then that is all she can do with that one. Cool. Sai, you're up.
All right. I think the most. So she's still using activating the spell.
It seems, and I'm just going to explain this in action order terms. She used her action last turn to activate this spell. She still has to concentrate on it happening, but its effect has not happened yet. Okay. If you break her concentration, much like any other concentration spell, it'll probably end.
Okay. Would I be familiar enough with the thing to know that if I were to remove physical contact from her and whatever she has?
Roll a intelligence check, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing you'd have to book learn.
Yeah, it's basically knowledge arcana of a sort, of a fashion.
Yeah.
15.
15. Hard to tell. You know that it kind of goes 50-50. If it's a spell, if you're casting something off a spell scroll, you usually have to have it and are reading it. But if you're casting a stored spell out of an item of some kind, it can go back and forth. You're not really sure.
Okay. So I'll just do what I can to try to stop her. I'll swing twice.
Okay.
Buddy, no. I rolled a natural 8 and a 7, so a 20 and a 21.
Neither of them hit, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's what happens.
As she kind of parries away your blade with her hammer.
Yep.
The drow is going to unload on you, Trev. After seeing what you did to its banishment, it's not even going to try and spell you anymore. It's just going to try and kill you. Okay, that's that. Got it. Cool. It is after this round, by the way, that the rest of you guys will be able to see this happening. You'll still be a distance away, but you will be able to see it at least. Mm-hmm. That's a 22 to hit.
That'll get there.
Okay. I'm going to roll all three attacks with the Death Lance first. That's a 13 to hit.
That will not.
And that's a 28 to hit.
That will definitely. Really
just going all over the board with this Death Lance. Jesus. And yes, it's called a fucking Death Lance.
Listen, Drow are very on brand.
Yeah. So between those two hits, it is 16 points of piercing damage. And I need another one of these. I know I have one. I just had it. There it is. Oh, that sucks. Actually, it sucks less than I thought it did. $41 points of necrotic damage.
Alrighty then.
That's between both hits.
So yeah, I'm going to die.
What?
Are you unconscious?
No, I'm very close.
Oh, okay.
You realize that was almost half of my maximum health,
Yes.
in one hit.
Yes, I am aware. All right, Trev, you are back up.
I'm going to use my bonus action to drink a potion,
Okay.
so that I avoid dying.
Okay.
So that's going to be fun. Oh, well, that's something. I'll take it.
Where are we?
So at this point, you guys are exiting the village. You're about, just because of the angle you're coming in with, probably about 150 feet away from this. If you want to roll initiative, you certainly can. Everybody?
Sure.
So what do we got?
20.
Okay.
17.
17 from Nyx. Okay. Robin? 1?
12.
Oh, 12. And Armel?
20.
20. Okay. So Phaedra and Armel, you guys can take action before Trev next does.
Okay.
You guys, just because of the way you were coming around the corner and whatnot, you did see Trev get lit into with this fucking thing. You can see two hooded figures battling with your two teammates out in the snow, with one very dead, very bleeding on the ground.
Okay. So using my full movement, what is the closest or not counting like a dash, what's the range that I'll be at?
You're about 150 feet away, so however much movement you have, minus that.
Okay. I will have recognized the Dragonborn person.
She, just because of the way that she is angled, and she didn't put her hood down, it was just like the way they are. You don't have a great read on who that is, but just because your teammates are fighting them, you know they're bad people at the very least.
All right. Yeah. I see that Trev looks very hurt. I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I can. Oh, the closest one is 60 feet. Dang it. Fuck. Do I have anything that gets me even close? Okay. I don't have anything that'll get me there faster, and that'll help heal him quickly. So I will just cast Guiding Bolt at this person to try to just.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it at 4th level because that's the spell slots I have.
There you go. Roll the hit.
All right, hang on. Guiding Bolt. $25.
That will hit.
All right. They take 24 radiant damage and are sparkly. So
Woo-hoo!
whoever hits them next will have advantage.
No. Very good to know for an upcoming turn. She also needs to make a con save, which she does easily. Armel.
I'll use. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. I just gotta call up the website. Is that person looking fucked up? Because like I don't think I can heal Trev at all, unfortunately.
Both of them look pretty hardy.
F. Oh man, I literally can't do anything. I'm just gonna move my full movement.
Okay, you full dash and get way closer. Trev, you're up.
I really have nothing.
Well, you'll have advantage if you hit him.
I mean, yeah, and if I hit him, I'll probably die.
Hang on, can I just check one thing quick? No. It's touch. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Anything I had was like 60 feet, so I wouldn't have been even close.
60 feet or touch is all I have.
What this is? What is that?
If only I had rolled a better initiative. I have like just I can't like heal, but I could perhaps give him enough energy and advantage. Yeah, like. But I mean, I think having to do that, I would have to spend almost all of my sorcery points to do such a thing. I only have 4 left. Do you have anything you can do to get out of there?
No, not really.
Like, you don't have dim door.
No.
And I know that he just followed you through, but it would get you potentially.
I don't know that yet.
Yeah.
That is not me.
Yeah. What are you doing, buddy?
Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Sorry, you put me in a fucking Kobayashi Maru. You're gonna have to give me a little bit of time to think.
Yeah, of course. You have all the time in the world.
Kobayashi Maru doesn't allow you to have time to think.
Yeah.
Pencils down. No, I'm only playing.
Trust me, y'all don't want what could.
I want you to do whatever you need to do to get this figured out.
Fuck it. Cast mirror image.
Okay.
Have to do.
Oh.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Do the little dudes get any?
Do the what?
Do the little things that are on me, do they get initiative?
I guess if you want to do something with them if you wanted to.
Would they go on my initiative, or would they get their own?
They have no reason to be interested in doing anything right now, so they don't have initiative. They're just kind of happily riding along.
Hold on to them for a moment. I'll help you.
They have to have a reason to want to join the initiative order in order to do anything.
Okay.
I can handle this.
Okay.
Just be ready for it.
Oh boy.
Okay. So what does mirror image do?
If we decide to do that,
it just means that when people try to attack me, there's a chance that they hit something else.
Okay. Nix, you are up.
Okay. I clicked my boot.
Okay.
I think I can do that. I don't know if there's... whatever. I click my boots. I run my full movement, which I think is then 50.
Yeah, it's a bunch when you're hasted.
Yeah. If it's doubled, then it's 50.
Yeah.
I still don't think that puts me close enough to really do anything. Because most things have a distance of 60 or so. Hold on, let me check. I forget every time what spell book I use. Sorcerer, Wizard. Nope, wrong color. Not that one. Wizard. There we go.
My neighbors are doing some like housework,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been getting like their side of the house, like new steps and stuff, and they just pulled a big giant truck and let the thing flop over.
Oh,
and
yeah,
make a
yeah.
big noise, and the dog just borked.
Oh,
Oh,
poor Borper.
poor baby.
Now she's. Hold on, let's see if I can do this here.
Works.
No, poor Doug.
She's all the way in the corner over there.
Yes.
Poor Papa.
Also, this really cool painting. Or this.
Yeah, that is a dope painting. All right, what do you got next?
enemy would never
Wait.
know. I just watched the movie Inside Man yesterday, and all I want to say now, whenever there's like needing to make a decision, is tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and I can't because I also do it.
I have a thing, but okay. Okay, I'm gonna read you a thing. I don't think I can do anything with it, but I just want to make sure. So I have a spell called Thunder Step. I teleport myself to an unoccupied space I can see within range. The range is 90 feet. Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and people near me would take damage. So I wouldn't want to do it near.
Yeah.
My friends is one thing. And the other thing is that I can bring along objects as long as the weight doesn't exceed what I can carry, which obviously isn't much because I'm small, but you can also teleport one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
Okay.
So that means, because no one is like near my size, so
No, they are all bigger than you.
Yeah, I can't take anyone with me.
Yeah, but you certainly go. You could run your 50s here far enough away from everybody that the thunderclap would not hurt anybody, and then go.
Yeah, and so where would that put me?
That would put you 10 feet away, so you could easily within range for a bunch of stuff.
And that would be my full motion in action. So would I be able to do anything else on that turn?
You still have a bonus action.
And Healing Word is a bonus action?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Thunder Step.
Hell yeah.
My Healing Word is garbage. It's like not much, but it's better than 0.
Unless you can do something like distracting to the baddies, or not even distracting, but disabling.
A big loud noise is pretty
It
fucking
is a very loud noise.
Well,
Thunder Step is also that it can be heard within 300 feet. Like, it is a loud fucking spell.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where we're going to see you land before we hear the...
Yeah.
That sounds great. Like, Nick's making a fucking superhero landing with a sonic boom behind him.
Yes!
Yeah.
Pretty alright.
I love it.
I can only do a bonus action, so I can't do a cool follow up besides like, here's 4 points of health, Trev.
It's fine.
I'm here.
you into the snow and then look up and go, Trev.
It's like be 5 points of health. Here you go.
Here's what it is, right? It's literally a thing called Healing Word, right?
Number, but it will probably be something like I had to double check my spell slot.
This is the superhero landing in place and looking up and said, "You called," or something stupid, right? And that "you called" is that 1 to 4 points of inspiration that he gets at the end of it. It's like, yes, the Avengers are here.
It's just full on I am here.
Spellbook.
Yeah.
Healing Word is a special thing I got, but it's from other spellbooks, so I have to look in other spellbooks to get it.
Yeah.
I can cast it at, what's the highest level?
Second level.
Nope. Or higher.
Second level because it's a bonus action.
Oh, to be a bonus action, it can't be higher than that.
That's correct.
Okay, so then I cast it at the second level.
Okay.
And
It's going to be a bunch more than 5 points of healing.
Not really.
I wouldn't say a bunch.
A bunch is strong. The base is 1d4 in my spellcasting mod.
So it's 2d4 plus 4?
So then it's 2d4 plus my spellcasting mod, which I forget every fucking time.
3d4.
Oh, 3d4.
3d4.
3d4. Because you're casting at
because
second level, not
first
cantrip.
level, second level.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Oh.
So 3d4 plus my spellcasting is intelligence, right? So so plus 8.
No, it'd be whatever your intelligence mod is. So just whatever your...
I'm looking
what
at
is your
the wrong
intelligence?
thing.
Yeah.
Plus 3. Okay, so 3d4 plus 3. Why are more d4? Thank you. Okay.
So anywhere between 6 and 16? 18? 18.
Somewhere in
Nope.
that area.
I'm at 15.
7 on the die plus my 3, so 10.
10 points of healing.
There you go. That's the best I got.
There you go. It is Corin's turn, and you do watch a shimmer come across her form, and her, unless someone has something to stop the spell right now, plane shift away.
Can I counter spell?
If you have counter spell as a reaction.
Let's say, also, can I counterspell?
You guys can certainly attempt to counter spell.
Hold on. I gotta switch spell books again. Mix is a weird character.
Arcane tricksters, yo.
They don't allow you to add spells that don't belong in your spell list.
No. Why would
Really?
they do that?
We're on.
Oh, on D&D Beyond, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not on that.
Oh.
That's why I don't use it, because my spell book is a hot mess.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, like...
Okay. So, counter spell is a 3rd level spell, and I do have one of those left, and it is a reaction, so I'm gonna try.
That's crazy. I'm surprised that D&D Beyond doesn't let you do that.
D&D Beyond doesn't like me, so I just
Yeah,
don't.
D&D Beyond doesn't like what we do.
It doesn't like anything, though. That sounds like it's really restrictive. I mean, it's their game.
Is it 3rd level or lower, Gary?
Then they
You are very familiar with this spell. It is a 7th level spell.
they
So
have
then
to
I
make a
can't
roll.
counter spell.
If it's higher than
Yeah, you have to make
they
a...
have to make a roll.
You roll your plus your wisdom modifier.
Well, it
or
says
your int mod, whatever your spellcasting.
Well, but it says
Yes.
you attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, it fails and has no effect. If it's casting 4th
Yep.
level or higher,
So roll a d20 and add your int to it.
okay. All right, not great on the die.
And your int is plus 3.
12.
No go.
Yep.
Trev?
Let's see.
Can you cast it at a higher level?
I can't.
No, and that doesn't. It doesn't really matter because all it is it just lets you.
Yeah.
If you know the level of the spell, if you cast it at a higher level, doesn't it make it easier?
Yeah, there are definitely 2 people here who are super incapable of
Yeah.
7th level spells.
Yeah.
Like, if we could cast counterspell at 7th level, we could just be done with this.
Yes, this would be over.
That's not
Counter
nothing we
spell
can do.
at level 3 is the highest I can go. Like, our
No.
character is not heavy hitting magic.
Yeah, same
Like,
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trev, what'd you get?
Not enough.
Oh. Yes, it is. She goes. That thing I just texted you happens. You guys do see two bright flashes of light
Wait,
as she vanishes.
didn't Sai also have counterspell?
Sai does not have a spell slot anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used my last one for this as well.
Okay, sorry.
I
I thought he still had one, and it looks like he's frozen. So that's why.
Yeah,
My camera's frozen. It always does.
Okay, just double checking.
It always freezes at a certain point. It's a bummer. So yes, the drow is still there, but Corin is gone.
Balls.
It is Sai's turn.
That was disappointing. Yeah, so there's only one still up.
Yeah.
I I will attempt to take him alive after beating the shit out of him.
Okay. He is still fully healthy. He has not been hurt.
Then I'm not going to pull him in punches too hard.
Okay. I was about to say, don't limit yourself quite yet.
Yeah. Fun preview. Trevathan disagrees.
I'm not going
to keep him alive.
Preview of coming attractions.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I hit him. I get a 28 and a 17.
They both hit.
Gonna show this motherfucker the meaning of Deathlands.
So the first, Jesus Christ, the first one is 6 points slashing, 5 points necrotic. I don't know if there's a difference.
Okay. Yep.
And the second one is still not great. If there's no difference, then 13 points of damage.
Okay. There is no difference. So yeah.
Yeah.
It is still standing, but does
Yeah,
not
no
look.
shit.
It's funny. You see for a brief moment, half of this drow's face is covered in a scarf, and its hood is pulled pretty close up because the sun is, kind of high in the sky, so it's having a tough time, having a bad time. Oh, motherfucker. I had to do a thing that I forgot about. Oh, well. So it very clearly sees this situation of its partner dead on the ground, and the thing it was technically here to protect gone. It seems to be looking for an exit. Marleman, you're up.
No.
And even worse, it's the idiot who used its dimension door already. So we can't.
All right. How far am I from this nonsense?
150.
There's the one dude left.
Yep.
You want to keep him alive? I don't know that.
You cannot.
You
do
don't know that.
not know that.
For the record, that was also an idea I did want to do. If I saw that dude that was beating the shit out of you disappear, I'd be...
Oh no, this is the dude that beat the shit out of
Yeah,
Trev.
the one that did the most damage to me is the one that is standing in front of me, and I promise you, if I get
It will not be.
It will not be standing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
I'm so angry.
Do I have the impression that I know who was there?
No. Just simply because of the distance and the robing, no.
Yeah, I don't think we would.
And especially because it's not like you saw Corin do any fancy paladin shit.
Would the
so
guiding bolt have helped at all with him being
That's a good point. She was glowing, so you definitely saw scales and a draconian face. You could probably put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
at
that point, then I think I would have.
Yeah.
Considering we're carting around a sketch of her.
You're doing that too.
Then my other question is...
You're also all very familiar what she looks like.
Do we know... Do we have an idea as to where this person is?
No, she plane shifted. You were able to tell the spell, but so she could be anywhere.
Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. If I'm close enough, I might be able to use my mirror.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know what the range on your mirror is.
Damn.
I don't have any information on my
Potentially
current
awesome.
spell sheet. But I don't know if it tells me what they're doing, but it identifies the spell.
And you knew it to be plane shift, but in this case, because of the way plane shift works, you would be able to tell
where she
point A to point B where it went.
Where'd she
Okay. Let's
I love
fucking
this
do this
idea.
then.
Because I just checked the range on the mirror. It is not quite in range, but if you burn a sorcery point, I will say you can channel some arcane
out of
through
curiosity, can you just message me a link
It's
to that
100
or
feet.
something?
It's 100 feet if you want.
No, I meant I know I don't have any descriptions for my
yeah.
my
I can,
character sheet.
Yeah, I can.
So
I'll pull it up after
it's
this.
120 feet. Is that what you said? What? I'm sorry. 100
It's 100 feet, but if you use a sorcery point, I'll let you pump some of your own shit through it and make it go bigger.
Yeah. Down to 3.
You are able to immediately identify that she plane shifted to the elemental plane of air.
Okay. I don't really know what to do with this information other than yell out loud. It went to the elemental.
I mean, you know it. That's valuable.
Yeah, so I'm going to straight up yell that out loud to these people here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
With the hopes that maybe somebody might be able to know how to chase, or...
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do on your turn? 'Cause I know
that's an action, is it not?
it's a bonus to use your mirror.
Oh, it's a bonus to use the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, well then,
Destroy him.
do we want to ask this guy questions?
No.
I think I'm going to say that to the people
I
next to
think
me.
we got our question, which was, where the fuck is she going?
Still, all right, okay, fine. Then, nah, I think I'm done. Like, I don't want to hurt anybody down there.
It is the Drow's turn. It is going to.
I'll maybe give
first. What's up?
I said I'll maybe give a point of inspiration to Trev.
Okay, you can do so. It is the Drow's turn. It is going to swing 3 times at Trev and then attempt to run.
All right.
It's Trev. You can immediately notice, just because now you're just seething with rage completely. If you were a barbarian, this would be a very bad situation for basically everybody to be in. But in your anger, you can notice that their sword is no longer glowing.
Interesting.
It is going to attack twice, or 3 times, I should say.
Give me a second, because I
What's
have
up?
to roll a d20. Well, a bunch of stuff's going to happen.
Okay.
First order of business is that...
Mirror image is up.
Yeah, the first attack gets a mirror image.
Which is good. It was a crit.
The second attack also hits a mirror image, so there's only one mirror image left.
That's fine. It's 50.
The third attack, I'm going to instead go into a strength contest with him.
Okay.
I'm very angry at this guy.
That's a good point. It rolled a natural 20 on the strength.
Cool, so did I.
You win.
Wow.
You still win.
I got a 26.
Eat the fuck out of that thing.
Damn.
The attack is a 28.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm done with him. He's had
still
his
alive,
fun.
but
No, that's fine. He's had his fun though. It's
Not
time
for
for
long.
fun now.
Not for long.
he does not get to have any more fun. That's for damn sure. He is going to attempt to run away. Sai, you do get an attack of opportunity.
I do.
Smack him.
Yeah.
And he's also going to be taking, let's see, 37 points of damage from me.
Oh, that's less than I expected.
No, wait. Yeah, it's also less than I actually did. I'm bad at math. It's 41.
Oh. Okay.
Still so much damage, though.
Don't make me mad. It's really not why.
Don't Death Lance Trev. He'll be very angry with you.
Yeah, no shit.
Also, just don't Death Lance anyone, kids. It's rude.
I mean, there is one fully charged Death Lance still sitting on the ground.
Ooh.
He did not get a chance to use it.
Whoops.
What's your hit there, Sai?
So I'm going to use... It's a reaction to use an attack like that, right?
That's correct. To attack of opportunity, It is your reaction.
Then I'm going to take the chance to, instead of swinging my sword at him, I'll just use Eldritch Blast.
No, it has to be a melee attack.
Does it?
Yes.
I thought it was also...
maybe there's a feat that does the other thing?
Yeah, no, I think it's Warcaster that allows you to do that.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
so you're good to go then.
He can do the thing.
Do the thing, Julie.
Yes.
That's a 20, a 15, and a 28.
Everything but the 15 does hits.
Okay. So he will take... yeah. 15 points of damage.
Okay. He is stumbling. Not quite dead, but stumbling. We're going to fast forward through Phaedra and Armil since you guys are still too far away to do much. Unless, Phaedra, you want to guiding bolt him?
How far away am I from him again? It would have been...
He just ran 30 feet, so...
Yeah, they're far away.
So he ran opposite.
Yeah, so the 30 feet that you just ran, he just undid that.
Okay, fine. Yeah, then I'll just... Fine. I'll just run closer, as close as I can.
Okay.
Am I anywhere near 60 feet of Trev?
Trev, certainly at this point.
All right, I will get near Trev, and I will mass cure wounds everyone in this section.
Okay. Roll that up.
Yeah, hang on one second.
Trev, you are back up.
Hang on one
I'll
second.
move 70 feet as well. So I think
Okay, you are standing next to them now. You're like there.
All right, you get 20 hit points back, and whoever else was in the range of 60 feet. So who else would that be?
So and Nyx.
Would that also count me, or no?
And Armel.
It would have to be a weird circle to get you. Armel would certainly get.
All right, then yeah, I don't care. So as long as it gets everyone else in Trev.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trev, you're back up. Would you like to murder?
Yeah, like extremely.
Would you like to run murder or throw murder?
I'm gonna run at him so I can attack more.
Okay.
Because
Just wanted to make sure.
I also want to make sure, which is why I'm gonna get close to him so I can attack him more than once.
That's a good point.
27
That will hit.
and 33.
Oh my god, dude.
So I've been fucking tired of this fucking dude.
I'm waiting for
Oh. Then can you put it
Phaedra.
down until it's time?
Yes.
Fine.
How much did Phaedra heal?
20.
20.
Thank
The
you.
first attack is a total of 35 damage.
Okay. Let's put it this way: is your next attack over 9?
Yes, extremely.
Then he is extremely dead.
Very good.
As you leave him burning, bleeding in the snow, very murdered.
Absolutely. That's what he gets.
Everybody kind of, at this point, gathers up kind of around you guys as you stand over this dead drow.
Sai, that toy over there on the ground, it's probably still glowing. You might want to mess with that. Death lances are pretty cool. You might be able to learn something or do something with it.
All right.
Are they like a one-time use only thing, or?
It's a sort of you'll notice this one, the one he has, it's like not glowing. It's because the glow went into me and it sucked. So yeah,
okay.
That's how that works.
Got it.
I will
I don't know how anything else, but
make sure it's secure and put it in my bag of holding.
Okay, it is a short sword, and I will give you the stats on that later.
Cool.
Anything else on his person?
Roll an investigation.
Can I give her advantage or whatever?
Yeah, take advantage, as I assume all of you guys are going to do this.
Trev, how are you looking?
I'm fine.
Okay.
He actually looks like hardier than he should as well.
Yes, we'll talk about that later.
A 22.
Okay. Besides a ceremonial black diamond pendant that has been actually embedded into the chest of this thing, nothing really on it that is not just built for murder, basically.
Is the diamond still intact?
Yeah, it is just a regular black diamond embedded into this thing again.
Should I crack this?
Yes.
I don't think it matters, but if you want to, go ahead.
Is it a magical black diamond?
Could be.
Nope, just a black diamond.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
They both have one. Trev, you know what these are.
Yeah, it signifies that the skiing trail is for advanced people.
Nailed it.
Fantastic.
Dead in the snow. He fucked up.
Yeah, there were 2 black diamonds here. That's why it was so difficult.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Just wanted to make sure, like, if it was something that we needed to dispel, you know.
No. It's just.
If it's not magical, I'm fine leaving it.
It is the physical version of the thing on the back of Trev's hand.
Okay, got it. Cool.
For the sake of brevity,
Yeah.
you guys burn these bodies.
Ooh, can I let the little guys eat them? Like the little.
Sure, and they are thrilled.
God. Just let
They
them
are
loose.
fucking thrilled. They
Only these. Only these.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Robbie.
All right. Okay.
Can I have one of them?
When I'm watching this stuff happen, I want to grab that hole that I've got because I have not seen any of this shit yet.
That's correct.
It's wild, and be like, wait, or like, I'm assuming a conversation will come up of them still needing someplace to keep these things.
Yes.
I would like to coin flip the portable hole over to Phaedra and be like, they could probably live in here.
Can I also just say that Nyx is mildly horrified at watching bodies burn up with no fire?
That is pretty
horrifying.
So you can see the actual fire that comes from it.
Yeah, you just see the fire start across them from nowhere.
Do they have names?
Sweet
Can I
baby
ask them
J.
if they have names?
Sure, their names are. Oh boy! All right, back to Google.
Because if not, I will name them.
Fine.
Now you need a group of 4. Now you need a pre-existing group of 4 things that are somewhat fire-based. What do you got?
Well, fire. Zuko.
Zuko, Iroh,
Azula.
Azula.
Is this where I take the chance of being on?
Ozai.
Is this the chance where I take a chance of being on an internet stream to get something out into the world?
Sure.
I think I think the take is too hot. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah. I hate you so much. I took the bait and everything. God damn it. Yes, their names are Iroh, Azula, Ozai, Zuko, and Roku.
The short
Dibs
version of
Iroh.
the take is
Dibs Iroh.
watch something.
No, not
else
Zyro.
though.
I said
Refuse
dibs.
Iroh.
Dibs.
Oh, dibs
Iroh.
on Iroh. Got it. I
Oh,
mean,
we
they.
have one.
Enunciate.
Yeah. Anyway, so for the sake of brevity, you guys let the fire spirits eat those things.
Sure.
Horrifying.
That's a horrifying concept.
I don't really have much of a problem with this, to be perfectly honest.
Fair enough.
What's wrong?
Corpse.
You guys return to the village. By this point, the battle has mostly died down out in the fields. There's probably a couple of kobolds that are just being snuffed out. It's going to take a couple hours for the army itself to organize and kind of head towards you guys. So you decide, while they kind of marshal up and kind of take care of everything, it's time to go back and make sure that dragon is fully dealt with. It was dead, but good to make sure it is 100% dead. You guys descend back down into the mines and make your way down there. But when you arrive into the horde room, the first thing you notice is that there are now 8 kobolds that were not there before that have arranged themselves around the dragon's very destroyed head and have committed suicide of some kind. It seems like these were... It seems like... it seems like a magical or of some kinds. There's not a lot of blood or
business.
Yeah, exactly. It seems that these 8 were priests that may have been in another room that you guys did not find, and they then discovered their master very dead. So that happened while you were gone. That would have happened. So that's the thing. If you guys had chosen to loot and then go, you would have interacted with these 8 because you didn't. Missed out on that part, but you got a different part. So there you go.
Good.
Well,
good.
all right.
Good.
Yeah. And you begin to sigh. You're not going to take part in investigating the room because you're going to be harvesting dragon. So, make your harvesting checks.
What am I rolling on that?
That is a nature check. Or survival. Sorry, survival.
I'm just saying,
survival.
can I help him with that? Theoretically,
Yeah.
if he knows what he's looking for, survival is one of my things. So.
Yes, you can point it out to him,
And
but you
also-
have another. I was about to say you have another thing you have to do, which is detect magic.
Right.
I
I'm just doing that constantly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
For the record, I assume at some point I told you I had blind sense, but
Yeah.
Just a reminder that if I can hear, which I can, nothing can hide within 10 feet of me.
Yep. And there's nothing hidden in this room at the very least.
All right.
Trev, as you're just sort of like ambiently detecting magic, your mind is still like kind of away and on other things.
Weird.
You do notice that in the gold pile to your immediate right, on that map I sent you guys, it's the one that's like north of the door. That is where the highest concentration of magical essence is, and it's large. Whatever's in there is big.
Right.
There are other like smaller magical bits throughout the room, of course, but there is something large and magical under the gold in that part of the room.
I would like to call everybody's attention to that and be like, hey, does anybody know how to like carefully investigate a very magical thing? Because there's something in this pile right here.
I'll try it.
I'll help.
Be
What could
careful.
possibly go wrong?
You guys walk over and begin to kind of dig through some of these coins to get to the bottom. I call it a gold pile. It's mostly coppers and silvers and whatnot. There are bits of gold strewn in and bits of platinum as well, but the vast majority of the coins are, kind of crap coin. As you're digging through, Marleman, your hand only gets maybe about a foot in or so before you're suddenly scraping wood. And as you push more aside and notice, you find a railing that's attached to something.
Oh.
I don't think I understand.
Is it a boat?
It's a dilapidated boat!
Yes, it's a dilapidated boat. As you guys dig more and more and kind of move more and more of this gold, and at this point you summon Armil and Nyx over as well, while the other two are kind of going through. It is not a boat. It takes you about an hour or so to fully clear off the main deck of what this is. It is an airship.
What?
How did an airship get in here?
It flew, presumably.
But physical size-wise, could it get out?
From the roof? No, it could fit through.
Somebody
a door.
probably could have put it through the door.
Yeah. My head of how big an airship would be.
Looking at how damaged this thing is, it's definitely been dragged in here at some point in time. So it was probably the dragon probably took it down at some point and took it as a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
It is the equivalent size of a cigarette boat. Of an airship. It's more of an air schooner, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Air razor.
Schooner.
It could comfortably fit all of you guys. It does have a under kind of deck area as well. The magical masts that make it fly are still intact and stored kind of underneath. This thing, minus needing some repairs and to repair the bottom of the hull, could probably still fly today if you.
I want it.
Yeah, can we repair this?
Yeah, probably.
I think I have things that can repair pretty well.
I feel
I also do. But
I feel like
inside the hull,
definitely could help us with this too if we needed any assistance.
Probably. Inside the hull, the other large magical thing that you know. So Trev, at this point, you've also ditched Sai for the dragon as soon as you notice airship.
Yeah.
You guys, as you walk down, you notice that yes, this whole thing is very magical, much like the submersible. It is covered in magical runes, which is how it flies.
Yeah.
But underneath, you find a cabin of someone who is very clearly an explorer. There's a couple of different sets of boots. There's some bedding set up. There's no skeleton or anything like that.
Cool hats?
There's a couple of cool hats. All of them have feathers coming out the back of them. But more importantly, you guys find a bunch of booty, a bunch of loot that this explorer had probably found and had kept on his ship, and then once he was destroyed by this dragon, just kind of stayed here forever.
Treasure within treasure. Yay.
Sai, you have the Mongols monocles, but for the purposes of this, I'm going to say you gave it to somebody. Who would you like to have given it to?
The most responsible one there. Next.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Nyx, I'm about to send you a bunch of items one by one, and you get to decide who you give these to.
Oh no!
I decide who they go to.
Yeah, you're going to be the one who knows what they do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, let's be clear. She's the one identifying them and telling us what they are.
She is identifying them.
I mean, if people want a specific thing, we can always do a white elephant. We could trade.
I'm gonna roll need on everything.
Yeah, same.
So the first thing you find in this
I will not be rolling past or greed
is a very interesting green ring, Nyx, with some really beautiful filigree around the sides. This is what it is.
I like the idea of her just giving it to people. Just be like...
Yeah, let's do that first. And then we can talk about it after, but let Nyx just give them out.
Wait, can I see them? But I don't want to decide till I know all the options.
I mean, sure.
Fair.
I can send these to you as we
I don't want to give one to someone and then be like, oh shit, actually I think this would be better.
Yeah.
You also find a crate of what looks like beer.
Oh.
There are There are 14 of them in there. 2 of them are missing.
Me and
Written
Marlon
on the
will
side
take out over to
in
the corner.
Yep.
written
Yep.
on the side. I'm actually just going to read this one out loud because it is written on the side of this crate. Is
And I'm about to
Friar
drink one.
Yingling's Ye Old Shulky River Sludge Lager.
Friar Yinglings.
Yep,
Ooh,
that's correct.
river
Such a
sludge.
No.
Oh my god! I think Marlon and Armel are definitely already over there. We're not popping the bottles, but like I think I pick one up and like do like a.
So here's the problem. It
No.
looks black.
Yeah.
The beer inside looks black.
It's
But you
Malay-
do notice that the bottle is green, so it might still be okay, and it's just a weird trick of the light. You're not sure.
I don't know how old this shit is.
Let's open one up, Marlon, and
No,
let's share
no.
one right now.
No.
And you also find a pair of leggings that could go under a set of armor.
Okay.
Wow, this river sludge really goes down easy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, are you drinking one? Are you
I'm
actually
not.
drinking one?
Please.
Wild magic surge immediately. No, what?
Yeah, several.
Man,
wild
that would have been a way better effect. Shit, I should have thought of that. Damn it.
Are we actually drinking them? I want to drink one.
No.
Right? Arma wants to. Marlon wants to.
All right, well, if Armil really
I'm not a
wants
cop.
to,
Like, I'm not.
if I see Aramil pop a bottle, I think I'm gonna pop a bottle.
Okay. You two pop a bottle.
I've
Mixed
got full
mark that
HP.
Mark that crate's down to 12, no longer 14. As you drink it, you can feel yourselves toughening up. You're not sure if like your actual body is getting tougher or if you're just becoming immune to pain in some weird way. But you also feel dramatically stupider and dramatically less charismatic.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, it's skooma.
In a practical and like actual gameplay sense, your AC has been boosted by 2, but you have a -2 to both intelligence and charisma checks for the next hour.
That's okay. I've got a really
Facts than what you sent me.
Huh?
You wrote intelligence and wisdom.
Sorry, intelligence and wisdom. My bad, not charisma.
Yeah.
Your charisma is unchained.
All right.
These are the leggings.
Jay.
both of which are true.
Drunken strength.
How is this a legit item? Like, you sent me a legit ass card. You must have sent me this legit ass card because you knew if you typed it out to me, I would be like, fuck off, Gary.
That's correct. So I sent you the legit card. So that's also there.
This can't be real.
Oh.
Where are the leggings?
Yeah.
Okay. I know what that is.
You also find a second ring.
Uh-huh.
I have to type this one out because the picture's not facing for whatever reason.
No.
Oh, come on.
I love this.
You should just give those leggings to somebody special.
I don't. One of the things that it comes with, I don't want to give to the person I want to give them to.
Is it me?
No.
Don't worry about it. Just do it. I think you just need to do it.
Just wait till you see all of them.
Wait till you see all of them, and then make your decisions.
What do they give you that's positive?
Nothing.
Oh boy.
You can just leave them there if you want to.
No, I think you should take those.
I don't think anyone should put them on.
Oh, you want to put them on?
No one should put them on.
God, I need to know what these do.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Okay,
Not
so you
gonna.
find a second ring, and you also find a really, really, really beautiful dagger.
Ooh, well, I know who that's going to.
Ooh. Ah, fuck. I gotta figure out my season.
Yeah, you guys see Nyx immediately pocket this dagger.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna question it.
Yeah.
It's a dagger. It's a thing.
It's pretty.
What's it do?
It is very pretty.
It contains, well, it's got +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. It's a magic weapon, and it contains 3 charges and regains 1d4 -1.
Correct.
At midnight. When you throw the dagger, you may expend a charge to teleport to it as a bonus action and have it in your possession once again. Additionally, whenever you are in either...
It's a wisp dagger.
Additionally, whenever you are in either dim light or darkness, you can deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage with every hit.
That's
cool. It's cool.
Blink dagger from Dota.
Yeah.
Yes,
Word.
It's a bit of whisper, a bit of blink dagger.
That's cool.
Figure that out. All right, is that everything?
That is everything that you find in here. There is other stuff out in the horde, but within the hull itself, this is all you find. Within the ship.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think I'm going to give Marleman the first ring.
Okay.
What's it do?
I will let you tell them what they do.
Okay, so the first ring...
Or you don't even have to read it out if you want to. You can just give them your best explanation and then send them the spell card later.
Okay. Basically,
works too.
you can... it's called the Ring of Spellbending, and you can change... You can, like, bend the effects of your spells a little bit. Like, you can change the damage type dealt or the saving throw required. Like, crazy
Fuck yeah.
shit like that.
That's
Fuck yeah.
You could really use.
Oh, I could really use that.
Yeah.
That's really
You
It
need to
does
get you a
have-
ring that lets you fucking like anti-legendary resistance things.
Yeah. Which frequently is a thorn in your side. So,
Very much so.
so I'm going to
But
give
hey,
you
if
that.
it says that
does
they
have
need to make a con save and you
charges.
don't want them to make a con save, make them make a wisdom save.
The
Yeah.
saver.
That's the best
So-
thing ever.
So hopefully that'll give you a little
Well, thank you.
there. Honestly, the river sludge, do whatever the fuck you want with.
We could give that to Trev.
There's
Oh, wait a minute.
another-
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have to roll to understand what the hell she's even telling me?
I mean, I don't think the rate is low enough that -2 will make you unable to understand. that.
Understand. Yeah.
You'll just make some
What's your normal int?
Oh, my normal int is 14.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, so you're fine.
If it were 10, or I think if it were
Yeah.
11 or 10, it would be a problem.
That is true. Next item.
I'm gonna skip the next one for a minute. And then
That's fine.
the
Damn.
expedient ring, I'm like really torn about. I want to give it to someone that won't use it irresponsibly.
What does it
I
do?
don't know. It's such a gamble that I personally would not even bother with it. I'm gonna just tell people what it does, and if they want it, they can have it. But personally,
Sure.
I would not use it. So it's called the Expedient Ring. While you're wearing it, you have an advantage on initiative checks, but a disadvantage on death saving rolls.
I'm already bad at both of those, so
So it's up to anyone that thinks that they can responsibly take that gamble.
Do you have a high enough of either of those where
I'm
it could
fine.
benefit
I
you
don't-
on initiative?
It doesn't say that it needs to be attuned, but
The ring does not require attunement.
but like my in is decent. Like I feel like I'm always high on the initiative list, and I don't really even need to be. And
My dex is a 16.
like my death saving, like I don't even like know because
Are
I
death
never
saving
really.
throws Constitution or just straight?
I mean, death saving throws are
Death saving throws
straight.
are straight up, yeah.
Okay.
What?
You
So
just
how,
roll 2 and take the lower.
Okay. Never mind then.
Oh, you said death saving rolls. I thought you said
Death.
dex. As
no,
in
no,
dexterity.
that's I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like-
Expedient. You are burning bright and burning fast.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like this one's not worth it.
Personally, I wouldn't take it. So if someone really feels like they need one of those things, then like you take this ring.
I mean, I
What
would
is
probably just put it in the bag of holding and sell it somewhere, like rather than
No one thinks that they would use it. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah. I would like to take it and do more
Okay.
investigation on it, but I
Yeah,
probably won't wear it.
that's fine. If you want to take it, try and poke around with it. Just
Yeah, like I have not I don't think I've ever had to do death saves before.
I don't even know if I did that time I got disintegrated. I don't even remember.
No,
I think it
you were just
I
dead.
disintegrated.
You were just dead.
Like there wasn't anything for me to do. Like, so besides that, I haven't had to do death saving rolls. And again, my initiative's good, so I'm fine with that. Anyway, and then the dagger I'm going to keep. So the leggings.
Oh boy.
Yes.
What color are they?
They're like a light purple
color.
Okay.
I'm going to decide red.
Oh. Okay.
They're cursed leggings.
Oh.
I don't recommend that anyone wears them.
Okay.
And I am going to just read you the description that Carrie sent me.
You goddamn better roll. Read that.
Okay.
It is a wondrous item and uncommon. While these leggings are equipped, you have disadvantage on all stealth checks due to the clap of your ass cheeks because you're dummy thick.
Yeah, all right.
You cannot remove these leggings without the use of the spell Remove Curse.
Hey, wait a minute. Does that, if she has them, does that mean that they're hers?
Whose?
She's not wearing them.
Oh, okay. All right. It's on wear. Okay.
I don't remember when I don't want disadvantage on stealth checks.
I already do, so that would be triple.
Yeah.
I was going to give this Phaedra as a joke, but then I was like, shit, but she really needs to not. Because I think she's the only one that has Remove Curse, so I was like, the only one that could, like, be
I actually do as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Would you like to be dummy thick?
No.
I think we should hold on to these and use them on somebody.
Oh, I agree.
Who will be hilarious.
These are a gift.
Ooh.
Those are a gift. Those are a re-gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have these now. I don't recommend anyone wears them.
Is there anything else in here?
Oh, I want to put them on so bad.
Inside the airship cabin itself, no.
Okay, I'd like to try and find some cool stuff then.
Okay. In searching through the hoard and organizing things, and I'm also going to say that you've already returned all of the goods that were just straight up stolen from the town to them. For yourselves, you guys collect about 2,000 gold pieces.
Total each?
That go unclaimed, total.
Total, okay. So
and a lot of gems, like a lot of gems. You get 2 different pieces of alexandrite, 2 pieces of aquamarine, a blue sapphire, 2 blue-green garnets, a citrine, a jacinth, a jet, and a rose quartz. I will send you this list later. No one try and write it down that fast.
Cool. And the other like magical items and stuff in here belong to the town?
Quite a few of them do, but you do find a couple of things. You find 3 different arcane scrolls, 1 for ghost sound, 1 for resistance, and 1 for arcane gate. Yes, that's right. You found another gate. Good job, guys.
Ooh.
You do find a wand of cure moderate wounds with 17 of its 50 charges. Using some arcane fudgery, you would be able to recharge it, but right now it does have a 17 of 50.
Is it a touch, or is it a distance curing?
It is a wand. You can just point and go. It's 60 feet.
Oh, that's useful.
Yep. And Trev, in your searching around, you discover
oh no,
And I'm muted.
a sword. It is a short sword. So you probably would not have a lot of use for it.
All right.
Sorry, my fucking what the fuck just happened?
Good question.
Oh my god, my Chrome just hard crashed. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
How?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just amazed that you're still in streaming.
Because Chrome is wearing those dummy thick red pants.
Yeah.
Chrome
yes, I don't know why this Chrome window is fine and this Chrome window decided to die, but here we are. I just lost fucking everything.
Alt F4, delete local content.
Eat my ass. Why?
What do you need, buddy?
I'm trying to copy and paste an item card. Give me a second. There we go. You find a short sword that is probably not a lot of use to you, but the mere existence of it is very exciting.
Wow.
Is
it as wondrous as those cool ass pants?
No, is it similar to what we learned about all those different types of items? Does it look like one of those?
No.
Aw, boo. Dang. What is it?
Hold on. Wow. This shit's good.
Gary put in some work, I see.
Damn, this shit's amazing.
Thank you. I did make this.
All right then. So, I don't know who this is for. I'm literally just going to read this fucking tag out because it's the best thing in the world. This thing I'm looking at here says this thing is called Clerical Error, which is great. And it literally just came with an instruction book. Like, this thing's fucking great. So here we go. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. This is the preferred weapon of those who grow tired of simply bashing their enemies into the afterlife. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon, and gain proficiency with short swords. Once per turn, when you miss a creature with an attack using this weapon, you may use your bonus action to re-roll the attack and target an ally within melee range. On a hit, while shouting the command word, "Oops," your attack passes miraculously through the target, restoring hit points instead of inflicting damage. If the d20 roll for the attack is a 1, you instead shout, "I am so sorry," healing them for twice as much.
Oh my god.
Touching an incapacitated creature with the tip of this weapon while asking, "Is it dead?" will tell you whether the creature is alive or deceased. And it's a finesse weapon. So that's
really cool.
So
that's dope.
I really like it.
An important part to this is that it does require attunement, specifically by a cleric.
Yes.
There you go.
Yay!
Hooray! I thought that was. I didn't think I could.
It gives you proficiency with short swords by using the weapon.
It gives you all of the shit you need to use it.
Hooray!
Except for being a cleric, obviously.
I'm wearing my dragon horde, but it's dice.
Nice.
Whoa.
So yes, if you would, Trev, it is up to you if you would like to give the cleric error to Phaedra.
This seems like your business.
Hooray!
Catch it by the blade because I'm that idiot.
So now gently stab Sai.
Yeah,
I mean, we're like, think about all the amazing psi-based possibilities. Now we also have like Nyx throwing a dagger, accidentally hitting Sai, and then teleporting to his shoulders and jumping off. Like, it'll be sick.
I'd be okay with that, actually.
I want to do some fucking fastball special stuff, like throw the knife, I catch it, teleport to it. I want to do some awesome combo attacks.
For that.
Huh?
Can you send me the stats for the
just
sword?
send her that thing. And
Send the whole thing. She's gonna need the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's great.
Yes, I can.
That's amazing.
But that is all of the unclaimed magical stuff that you guys found.
Hooray!
Oh, I didn't get anything.
You got an airship.
Oh right, I did get an airship.
Oh, that old thing.
You can be the captain.
I mean, we got to get the Sea Brothers.
We also gotta name this thing before we fly it.
How did you make this card, Gary?
So I misspoke. I did not make this one.
Oh.
No, I wish I was this clever. I did make the queen. I didn't make the Queen's Feather either. Everything else I did make. So the Expedient Ring, the Cursed Leggings, the Friar Yingling's Shield, Shellkeeper / Logger, and the Ring of Spellbinding are all from me.
Right.
So, can I intentionally miss
Yeah, totally.
to heal people?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh man, I love it. That's great.
You can do the opposite of taking 20.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a 1 on this attack.
Yeah, take a 1. Whee!
Stab.
So yeah.
I'm gonna look so fucking ridiculous. Tall cleric, heavy armor, finesse.
Finesse sword.
Finesse sword in one hand, hire maul in the other.
Oh my god, it's gonna be great. That's funny.
All right. So we are gonna call it there. We'll deal with the aftermath of everything else.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to chat. If you guys want to like catch up on stuff, we can certainly.
Yeah, I need a little bit of attunement help real quick. Can
Sure
I
thing.
that, please?
Yes, you can.
And Morgan, I'm sending you your ring.
Oh yeah, please do. Because I just googled it, couldn't find much of it. Here we
Yeah,
go.
because I made it.
Oh, I thought you said you got it. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, almost all of this was made by him.
Oh, I think that might be the first piece of attuned gear I have.
I believe it is.
I think
That's not true. Your Starfish Gauntlet is also attunement.
Oh shit! How many attuned items can I have? Only one?
3.
3? Oh, okay. So
Okay, you're still good to go. Oh, and your necklace also.
I can have 3 attuned things. You're saying?
Yep.
Yes.
And you have items off the top of my head that you have that require attunement. M are your belt, at least 2 of your daggers.
I need to like.
Your cloak.
They're not. I have all my things listed, but like it doesn't say a lot of them if they're human or not. So I need to like.
so I'm modifying mine now to say.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna end the broadcast just so all this stuff isn't saved.
Bye.
But,
So the belt